Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm Mysticle, and today I'm going to be bringing you the latest in AR and VR news. And today we've got quite a few interesting things to talk about. Now, last video we actually had a ton more to talk about as I've been missing for the last 2 weeks. For those of you that don't know, but I digress. Let's jump right in to the video. The first thing that has recently come out is Meta's brand new gaming subscription. Now, we knew that they were going to be coming out with something, however we didn't know when, and we didn't know exactly what it was going to be. But the Meta Quest Plus subscription offers you 2 games monthly for $7.99. Back in March, a hidden page appeared mentioning the Quest Pass, which was spotted by a Twitter user. Similar to PlayStation Plus, this provides 2 VR games every month for the Quest 2 and Quest Pro owners, with forward compatibility planned for the Quest 3, starting with Pistol Whip and Pixel Ripped 1995 for July. Those will be replaced in August by Walkabout Mini Golf and Mother Gunship Forge. So, if you've been looking to check out some brand new VR games and have been waiting for a subscription, well, you now have the chance to grab yourself new games for your Quest 2 and Quest Pro, and Quest 3 forward compatibility is also going to be there. You get to keep each title as long as you're a Meta Quest Plus subscriber, so the value builds over time, and you can cancel anytime for maximum flexibility. Now, this is really, really good, which means that as long as you're subscribed to that $7.99 a month, you will get to keep those games and play them too. Now, let's move on to our next piece of news. Virtual Desktop has gotten a very massive upgrade. I actually saw this last night just before I went to sleep, show up on Twitter. It now has higher VR quality. It's got a pass-through room, which I've been waiting for the longest time, as it means I can show my display directly in front of me, but keep my pass-through. I actually tried launching this literally like 3 days ago, and it wouldn't work, but now they've added it, and now it also supports Quest Pro local dimming. So this is a fairly large upgrade. For example, they've got new codec modes, and it now supports H.264+, as well as HEVC 10-bit, which uses a 10-bit color depth instead of 8-bit. It now has the pass-through environment, as we mentioned before. It's got 120 Hz support on the Pico 3, which hasn't been there for the longest time, but now is. And yeah, it's got that local dimming on the Quest Pro. So in case you're using Virtual Desktop, you're going to have a much better time playing it now than you would have before this update, which is great, as that is my main way of playing wireless PCVR. As a matter of fact, I actually upgraded the network in this house yesterday to go from being very sad to now being actually kind of good. So we now have very good Wi-Fi and very good internet for us to play wireless PCVR inside this house. Now, we all know that Meta is, for whatever reason, refusing to launch full body trackers for our Quest devices, but we also know that they're working on full body estimation, which of course isn't as good as having actual trackers that will work with your body 1:1, but full body estimation has gotten very good. And now, with its AI research, the Quest body pose estimation is further helped by furniture awareness. Now, furniture awareness is something the Quest has kind of been working on for a while. You know, you've been able to map out your furniture, but now they're going to be using that for body pose estimation, as Meta researchers showed an update of their AI-powered body pose estimation in a new paper called Quest and Sim. The same 3 researchers and 2 others present an updated model, still using the same reinforcement learning approach, but takes into account furniture and other objects in the environment. As you can see in the video, the results are fairly impressive. However, don't expect Quest and Sim to be running on your Quest 2 anytime soon. Like the original Quest Sim, there are several important caveats here. Firstly, the paper doesn't mention the runtime performance of the system described. Machine learning research papers tend to run on powerful PC GPUs at relatively low frame rate. So essentially, this probably isn't running standalone and probably won't be running standalone anytime soon. If you've ever played with machine learning, or AI learning for that matter, you'll know that you'll need a pretty powerful GPU, something the Quest doesn't have and won't have anytime soon with standalone mode. But it is still incredibly impressive to see their AI research working, and working really well at that. Who knows, maybe in the future we won't actually need full body trackers to do full body tracking. Maybe cameras and controllers will suffice. Even though for now and for the foreseeable future, actual body trackers are still the way to go. Now, continuing on things that people might not be too happy about, cloud gaming. Cloud gaming has been a very interesting topic throughout the last few years when it comes to virtual reality, as a lot of people are very against it. Now, I'm not sure why you'd be against cloud gaming, as, well, you can just not use it. I think people are just worried that cloud gaming will become the norm, and then people who don't have powerful internet won't be able to, join in on the fun of playing high-quality games. Now, I don't think that cloud gaming is becoming the norm anytime soon. However, Microsoft previews Azure remote rendering support on the Quest 2 and Quest Pro. As part of Meta and Microsoft's ongoing partnership, a public preview is taking place for Azure remote rendering on the Quest 2 and Pro. During Connect 2022, Meta and Microsoft revealed a partnership to run Windows on the Quest via cloud gaming. Alongside productivity apps like Microsoft Office Suite, it was announced that the Quest devices will support Microsoft Intune and Azure Active Directory, though the specifics weren't detailed. Now, Azure Remote Rendering support is getting a public preview. Azure Remote Rendering has been previously used with mixed reality devices, including the Microsoft HoloLens 2. It uses Azure's computing power to render complex models in the cloud, then streams it in the real time to your device. On both Quest headsets, ARR also includes pass-through support. With our new support for Quest 2 and Quest Pro, you can easily integrate powerful Azure cloud rendering capabilities in these devices, say Microsoft. We've added this feature in a way that doesn't change how you use the device. Supporting the Quest 2 and Quest Pro has been one of the top feature requests from partners and developers. So while this might not be cloud gaming in the way that we've seen it to date on services such as Plutosphere. You'll be able to now go onto your Quest and play your favorite PCVR games using the Azure cloud, but maybe we are moving towards that future, where Microsoft will allow users of the Quest devices to play powerful PCVR games without needing a powerful gaming PC. I do think that that could be a nice way of doing it, possibly offering a subscription at a lower price model. Now with Meta's and Microsoft's partnership, there's a lot of options, and we know that Meta has been working on some form of cloud gaming in the past. So maybe that's what this is leading up towards. Talking about things that are leading up towards other things, Masterpiece X is coming to the Quest 2 for free. I've taken a look at this and it actually looks incredibly fun. Masterpiece Studio, the developers behind the titular PCVR creative suite, released a new version of its software built natively for Quest 2, something its creators hope will appeal more people looking for an easy way to create models, avatars, and other 3D assets. Now, if you are into creation of 3D assets, this might seriously be something to look into. Again, I haven't actually played it yet, but it's free and I have watched the video that they've showcased here. It allows you to remix any part of your model, from mesh to texturing, rigging, and animation. There's a lot of free-to-use models in the community library, or you can import and generate your own. You can export your model to your game, virtual world, or creative project, and share it with the community to inspire and help others. So it's got all the features that you might want in 3D model creation, and 3D model creation inside virtual reality is actually something that I've tried before, using that one Oculus software that I don't exactly remember the name of right now, but it was a lot of fun, and it's definitely easier to be able to rotate your model around in front of you and be able to model it right there instead of playing around with a mouse and keyboard. I feel like it's just much more intuitive. Now, onto the Apple Vision Pro, which a lot of people are still very against according to my comment section, but now apparently testers find it too heavy for multi-hour use, which I didn't expect. It's a tiny headset, so I honestly expected it to be, lightweight. And the battery is off of it, which all makes it seem lightweight, but apparently that is not the case. The Vision Pro may be too heavy to be comfortable for some of the use cases Apple pitched it for. Since the Vision Pro was publicly revealed, Apple has been expanding the number of staff and trusted outsiders able to test out the headset, and this is bringing out a new level of scrutiny. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman reports many of these testers find the Apple Vision Pro too heavy for multiple hours of continuous use. The headset's tethered battery pack lasts for 2 hours, but it can be indefinite by connecting the battery to a compatible USB-C power source. Upload VR reported the weight to be potentially straining in their hands too. So this is pretty interesting, as again, myself that has never been able to actually try this headset did think that it would be pretty lightweight. Again, it's very thin in the images, the battery is off the headset, but I don't know what they must have packed inside. Probably a pretty beefy cooling solution, and now people are saying that it might be potentially straining. Could this be fixed with a better head strap, potentially with a strap going up in the middle of your head like most other headsets have? Maybe. That could balance out the weight. And it's really good because Apple's headset does seem to have a lot of modularity, so more accessories should come out, hopefully making it less straining. But for 3.5 thousand euro or dollars, you'd think that, they would have had a better design. Where Apple goes, the industry tends to follow. So I am looking forward to see what they come up with and how they're going to fix this issue. Will they have to redesign the head strap, or will they just wait for third-party accessories to come out? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And once again, going back to the fact that Apple is now letting more and more people test out their headset, the Vision Pro Dev Kit applications will open in July. Apple says it will give developers the opportunity to apply for the Vision Pro Dev Kit starting sometime in July. In addition to releasing a first round of developer tools last week, including a software simulator of the Vision Pro, Apple also wants to give developers a chance to get their hands on the headset itself, which is a very good thing. You do want to work with the hardware to see how your app will properly run on it. Even if you have a simulator, it's always very nice to have that dev kit in your hands. So I am very excited to see developers getting their hands on it, and I'm very excited to see what they can create, even if it won't be for me personally. And finally, production begins for the Beyond. If you don't know what the Beyond is, it is one of the smallest and lightest headsets in the world. It is for PCVR. It's made by Bigscreen, the company that created Bigscreen VR, the app where you can watch videos on a big screen inside virtual reality. And yeah, they created the Beyond, which is an incredibly impressive, tiny little headset. With production underway, Bigscreen has started emailing the first wave of US customers a link to perform their scan. Once it is completed, the custom-built headset should ship in 1 to 4 months. Bigscreen is aiming to eventually get this gap down to 3 to 6 weeks. Now, yes, this is a very big part of the Beyond, as the facial interface, because it is so small and so tight, has to be 3D modeled and 3D designed directly to your face. So you have to use an iPhone to create a face scan, and yeah, a lot of people have been reporting that this actually works really well, and I cannot wait to be able to check it out myself. There's a little teaser for you guys. Either way though, that is where we are going to end today's video. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please do leave a like. If you disliked it, I guess this one works too, but let me know why down below. I've got a lot of very interesting videos in the pipeline, including the fact that we went to go visit Slime VR inside the Netherlands, so that was a lot of fun. And we also have the Pimax Crystal in our hands that I need to make an unboxing and a review of. However, my controllers haven't actually arrived yet, so I need to be waiting on those before I can even start on that headset. It's very unfortunate when you're moving and things just haven't arrived on time, and you're literally just waiting for the courier companies to bring stuff to you. Enough of that. If you're not yet part of our community, check out our Discord and check out our Reddit down below, where I want to see you posting your spicy memes. And thank you so much to all the lovely names going off to my right. Those guys are my Patreons. Thank you so much for sticking with me. So honestly, much love. And as usual, if you want to be notified about content coming up on the channel, make sure to smack that subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.